There are also Republicans alleging that you and others in the administration did not say all you knew about President Biden's condition, how his age has affected him over time.
That's not true. In my case, at least, I told the truth, which is that he was old. You could see that he was old. And also, when it came to my ability to do my job and have my boss, my president, support me in that job, I always got whatever I needed from him from the Oval Office.
You never had a moment before that famous presidential debate where you worried about whether he was all there?
There were moments where I thought, he's looking tired today, or where I noticed that he was aging. But there was never a moment where I thought, this decision, this policy, or this process is going worse or is wrong because of the fact that he's old.
Do you think that he just had a bad night on that debate? That he
No,
was getting worse over time? What was going on?
Look, I think it was clear, and even he reached this conclusion, right, that he was not able to mount a successful campaign and run again, which is why he stood down. At the same time, what I saw when I was doing my job was that when I needed the White House or when I needed the president, I got what I needed.
Let me put a proposition on the table, and we'll see if you agree with it or not. I think it's possible to say, looking at the last election, looking at the last several years, that the country has changed, that politics have changed, that Republicans figured that out and captured the moment, and Democrats have failed to do so up to now. Do you agree with that?
I would mostly agree. Yeah. I think that Democrats have been slow to understand the changes in how people get their information, slow to understand some of the cultural changes that have been happening, and maybe most problematic of all, too attached to a status quo that has been failing us for a long time. Right now, you've got an administration that is burning down so many of the most important institutions that we have in this country, which is wrong. It is also wrong to imagine that we should have just kept everything going along the way it was. If our politics, our economy, and our culture were healthy, the rise of a figure like Donald Trump would never have happened in the first place. And I think that my party needs to do a better job of addressing the fundamental problems that have led people to mistrust everything and to anticipate what is going to happen next. Every defeated political campaign, but certainly my party right now, is vulnerable to the temptation to fight the last war, to think about the last campaign. And we should learn from the last campaign. But we are already in a dramatically different world than we were 6 months ago, let alone 4 years ago. And that's about to change that much more, in my opinion, because of the rise of artificial intelligence. And I think even now, even though it's a hot topic and people are discussing it all the time and there's a lot of hype, I think even now we are underreacting